some of the talking points on today's episode, we're going to be covering some reviews and impressions on some games. Silent Hill F, Dune Awakening, Hell Is Us. We're also going to be talking about Nvidia dumping a whole bunch of money, like $5 billion to Intel. DNA cassette tape for storage. You heard it right. The latest on the Tencent versus Sony suit, and much, much more. So we'll talk to you in just a moment.
Welcome to the Extreme Gaming Podcast.
Welcome to Extreme Gaming Podcast, episode 299. I'm GreyGamer25, and my buddies right here are...
I'm Irish Guardian, also known as Matt on Twitch. How you doing?
And I am Hans, known as Meggle from Hell.
Perfecto. So, how you boys been since the last time?
We're surviving.
Survivor.
Great.
That's a
always,
good word.
It's always good to know you're surviving.
So, yeah.
If you weren't, you wouldn't be on the podcast. Or you'd be like this. You know, like...
Or like this.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're into some more stuff as usual. We're going to get right into gaming. Hans has played a little bit of Silent Hill F, so he's going to talk about what he has seen, felt, what he thinks, and so forth. So take it away.
Well, Silent Hill F released early for the people who bought the Digital Deluxe, which, by the way, I gotta add on Steam is €90, which I didn't pay.
90?
I bought it.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, $89.99. Yeah. I bought it off a Keyside for 46, I think, which is still pretty expensive, but still it's half the price.
Yeah.
Just saying. So there are other ways, but I think the price is getting ridiculous. By the way, so I mean that little side tangent, but now on to the game. So I played like the first hour and a half of it, which is basically the intro, and all I can say so far, it plays like a survival horror game. And remember, there were some people saying the game Souls-like. And I was like, well, it's not really, but I can see where they're coming from. Because there is a stamina meter that you have, and the combat involves a lot of dodging, especially in the early parts of the game. It's not like Dark Souls or whatever that you die like every 5 seconds to a mob, right? It's not that brutal, but I can at least see where they're coming from. Apparently the boss fights are quite challenging with that mechanic. I haven't encountered a boss yet, so I can't speak for that. Probably more on that next week. And for you, Gray, there's actually something cool in there. There's only 2 difficulties. Story and hard. That's it.
Okay.
So there's no in between. So by the way, I admit I put it on story also. I did put the puzzles on hard. So because I do think survival horror games revolve around, solving some puzzles.
Wait a minute, you just mentioned something interesting. So they have a separate difficulty for different
for
things
the
in the
puzzles.
game?
Yeah, for the difficulty and the puzzle difficulty.
Is the difficulty only those 2 things, or does it break down?
That's the only 2 things you can
okay, all right.
use. I mean,
I'll put my puzzles on self.
Oh no, I actually kind of like
solving.
In survival horror games, I kind of like doing those puzzles. So that I did put on hard. We'll see if I have to drop it down at some point, because sometimes they are very illogical. Hello, Silent Hill 2 remake.
I guess it depends on what you're doing. Like with AC Shadows, the thing was so repetitive that you just had to turn it to autocomplete because it was getting ridiculous.
Don't get me started on AC Shadows again.
No problem.
I like the game though, but there's some points about that game that I still have a problem with in AC Shadows. But
well, anyway, back to Silent Hill. So what did you think of the overall atmosphere, etc.?
But the first question that came to mind is, what does this have to do with Silent Hill, right? Mm-hmm. This is in the 1960s, somewhere in Japan. You play as a schoolgirl. I don't really know what's going on yet. I found one note which said there's earthquakes in the area, which probably has something to do with what is happening now, or what is going to happen in the game, and that there is an abandoned mine, so the mine has closed down. And if I remember correctly, in the first Silent Hill, it was based on the real town with a mining fire that still burns now, even to this day. So I'm guessing there's a connection there. the first few mobs that I encountered, they were typically Silent Hill, right? Like the creepy nurses-like thingy.
Oh, I remember them. Yeah.
But, yep, as so far, I don't have a weapon yet. So I can't do any fighting. I can only dodge and run away. And I don't have a radio. In Silent Hill, you most of the time have a radio, and if it starts crackling, then that means there's a mob nearby, right?
Yeah.
And I don't have one yet. But there's a radio that I encountered in the game that was just sitting there, so it started to crackle, and there was indeed a mob near. So I'm guessing I'm gonna get one later on in the game. Can't really say that, and that's about all I can say at the moment. That's all I did. Now, you did maybe hear about the so-called woke controversy that was going on around this game, right?
I didn't hear about it until you sent me that.
It is
that thing.
completely insane. There's actually people boycotting the game, and I kid you not. At first, I thought this was a joke, by the way. So, people are boycotting this game, or want to boycott this game, because you can't look under her skirt. Mind you...
Oh, that's grey out as well. Yeah.
Mind you, you play as a schoolgirl. She's probably 15 or 16 years old.
Matt, I just sent that to you, and look at the picture because I want to make a comment about that.
That is why people are boycotting the game. And at first I was like, this has to be a joke, right? And no.
That is ridiculous.
There's entire YouTube videos already dedicated to that thing. And if you go on the Steam forums, there's a few threads about the censorship. Then there's also people complaining about the game being woke. I was like, what the hell is woke about this game, right?
They gotta get a life.
There's
something.
I was like, what are we doing here, people? I mean...
Investigate those people now.
Yeah, the Steam, right. The thing is, though, I'm on the Steam forums a lot for the games that I own to help people or see if they can help me with a problem and all kind of stuff.
Right.
And the last, let's say, year... the Steam forums have become this one giant complaining board about everything. Every game is woke, every game is censored, every game is Sweet Baby Inc. or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
There's always something. I was like, this has got to stop at some point. I know I'm going on a rant here, but the picture I
got a
shared
point.
you,
I mean,
to me, that is complete insanity, right? I mean, I just want to play a Silent Hill game.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't care about looking under some underage schoolgirl's skirt, and I would certainly not boycott the game for that one.
well, when I'm looking at this picture, and for those of you listening to the audio, I'll try to put this picture in the video version of our pod. But this is the picture that they're worried about. This one right here that you sent me. That's the one they're all concerned. I don't understand what's to be concerned about. They're talking about. I'll read you what it said on the comment. It says, when you travel, and by the way, it was sent anonymous because, of course, it is.
Of course it is.
When you travel to the other dimension, her model is a pair of floating panties surrounded by shadows. And so they show the picture, and I'm going like, are you kidding me? I mean, first of all, okay, her dress is flown up some, no big deal. You can't even make out that she's wearing panties because there's shadows everywhere.
Yeah, they claim it's a big black diaper. That's what they say.
I'm supposed to sit there and go like, and to be honest with you, if we want to stretch this a little bit, okay, I could easily just say that's an undergarment, not panties. But you know how some women wear another piece of garment underneath a garment.
Yeah,
That's
tennis
what that
players
looks like
these
to me.
days.
Especially if we go back to the timeline. This is the 1960s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aunties, bloomers, and cobwebs.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
don't
I
know
guess.
if that far back. But.
To me, that is total insanity as to why somebody would boycott this game for that reason. This people, I can't believe I have to say this, but this is not censoring, right? This is complete insanity.
No, we're good.
Yeah, they're just being stupid and
it is.
I don't know. They're ruining something that's good.
I just want to play a Silent Hill game.
Yeah.
I really don't want to know all this kind of stuff.
Thank goodness that.
I thought they were going to moan about the fog.
Oh, yeah, there's something to say about the fog, though. No, seriously, there's something to say about it.
Yeah.
What?
Because you're playing an Unreal 5 engine game, and we all know how crippling Unreal 5 can be on your graphics card, right?
Yeah.
And in this case, the fog actually helps because it hides a lot of 3D effects, which is... This is something they used to do, I think, back on PlayStation 1 and 2.
That's right. Yeah.
To ease the load of the graphics card and the CPU.
If done properly, you wouldn't know anyway.
In this game, it doesn't bother me, and so far, I don't see any reason to say this. I mean, it's insanity.
Well,
Yeah.
look,
Sorry.
on the side of the so-called woke junk or whatever. I mean,
There's nothing woke about this game. Sorry.
thank goodness there's a lot of people creating games like the people that are making Stellar Blade and other ones that they're not caring about any of that stuff. They're trying to put out games that people want to play. So I think that the trend is now switching back again like it should be. It's almost kind of like simple stuff that what was it? Dragon's Age when I played the newer game.
Veilguard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm playing it. I'm going like, so I'm hitting these people with swords and all kinds of things. They don't bleed, they at all. I mean, at all. They just go, whatever. And I'm like, okay, because
I did say though when that game came out, Dragon Age of Veilguard was like, okay, we now hit peak wokeness, so to speak.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
It
yeah,
can
yeah.
only go downhill from here, and that's a good thing, by the way, because that game was just over the top with identity
Yeah.
politics, and we all know we're not the kind of people that actually like woke. So I just like my games to be
Right.
normal, right? I don't want to have it shoved in my face.
Yeah,
But
don't
when it's
bring in
not
this
there,
nonsense.
then it's
Yeah.
not there. I mean, if it was woke, I would have told you so. This isn't woke. It's just a Silent Hill game.
I just remember when I played all the other Dragon Ages and loved them that, you swing a sword, you there's blood flying all over the place, you're chopping things off or whatever. And that's not that long ago. So it was funny because as soon as I started thinking about this, when I saw that, some guy put together a video that was great. On one side of the screen, he had Veilguard, on the other side he had, I think it was Dragon Age 2.
Yeah.
And wow, man, what a difference! Besides the fact that the graphics might have looked a little better on the newest one, boy, this guy was hacking and slashing through monsters, and you don't. And on the side of Veilguard, like,
Yeah.
this is not happening, man.
The thing is, though, I mean, a lot of people called Baldur's Gate 3 woke, which I can see where they came from. But in that game, I thought it was, how do I say this? They implemented the woke in a fun way, right? So you could
Yeah,
actually
more like a
embrace it in the
spooky
game.
kind of thing or whatever.
Yeah, you can actually
Yeah.
embrace it in the game. And then I don't have a problem with it then. So, but in the Veilguard, it was like a constant lecture of this and that, and you need, oh man. So I don't want it in my games, I'm sorry.
They might just
But-
come out with a version where there's no fighting, no bloodletting, no, and of course the game will sell 3 copies.
Yeah, but I mean, back to Silent Hill. Then I mean, for everybody out there that has a fear of this game being woke, it's not, right? It's completely not woke. It is not Souls-like yet. I mean, again, it has a stamina bar, so that could be potentially very annoying during a boss fight. I don't know yet. Jury's still on that one, but yeah.
Is there a tech tree on this thing or no?
No, not that I know. At least there you can. I did find a charm, which I think you can equip, and it gives you some bonus. And also, when you save the game, right, you need to go to a shrine and pray, and you can actually make an offering there. And depending on what you offer, you get an item.
Okay. That's cool.
But again, not deep enough yet to see what the good items
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
So, but that is a possibility.
I'm thinking you'll probably find an item that's going to extend your stamina. I would think.
I
Probably,
guess so. At the
yeah.
moment, I don't even have a
Or
weapon.
regen. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even have a weapon at the moment, so I
Oh,
can't, do any
you don't have
combat.
enough stamina to wield a weapon yet.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing is, if there's a monster, right, and you need to run away from it or dodge, just like in indeed the Souls games, you lose stamina, right? So I think that is where the comparison comes from to a lot of people, which, to my knowledge, has never been used in a Silent Hill game.
Well, it may not have been used in a Hill game, but stamina was a common thing being used in a lot of games. Maybe
yeah,
not
it
as
is,
much
so-
now.
I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem as people say, but we'll see when I encounter the first boss, I guess. If I don't have a weapon with the first boss, then I'm in trouble.
Just
Yeah.
just kick them in the nuts and run.
Yeah, probably. Could do.
There might be a timing thing as well. But, if
Yeah,
you
we'll see. I mean, the game
wait for the last
releases
minute, maybe.
on Wednesday evening, I think, for the general public. So we'll see them. Oh, maybe one thing to add though, HDR doesn't really work in the game yet, and DLSS gives some major graphical glitches if you don't cap your FPS to 60.
I heard they're
So-
already putting a patch out, or they already did. I don't know
I
which.
guess they will do a day one patch, but. Besides from that, the game runs flawlessly. Hello, Randy Pitchford and Borderlands 4, right? So, so it can be done.
We were covering that last time, Matt. I'm sure you've seen some of it, but Randy Pritchard keeps coming up with all these excuses, blaming the gamers.
Yeah.
Go write your own engine. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a premium experience for premium gamers. Like, okay, Randy, F off.
Well, Digital Foundry just did a video on it, so you know how they get down into the minutia, whether you're interested or not, and they went after it and said like, yeah, it has problems, man. You know,
It does.
Yeah.
And I can for sure say Silent Hill doesn't have those kind of problems. Again, I have to specify this always because people criticize me sometimes for that, and my friends also. I have high-end hardware, I know. So if there's a problem, most of the time I can brute force my way around the problem. So we'll see when the people with the mid-range and lower-end cards get to play the game. We'll see. So, but for me, it runs okay. I don't have any major issues. And it runs, even without DLSS, I get like 80 to 90 FPS.
I'm looking forward to what you think as you get really into the game. Did you see anything about how many hours to complete?
Apparently, it takes about 12 hours to complete.
Well, that's not that much.
Which for me will probably be then around 20 to 25 because I play very slowly in those games. And I do go off on side things if there is anything, right?
I've not played a lot of Silent Hill, but is that common? That kind of playtime, I guess.
Silent Hill 2, I think, let me check the remake I did last year. I think I put in 40 hours. I need to check this very quickly now.
Because, I mean, it sounds like fun, but I'm thinking back on the cost now. If they're charging that much for the game.
Excuse me, Silent Hill 2, I played 25 hours to complete it.
So, even at that rate, if they're publishing this fact that it's 12, that's bad enough because you're thinking, like, well, I paid $80 for it. I'm getting 12 hours and I'm done.
To be fair, though, I'm not defending the price tag. That is just lunacy to me. I don't think any game should be more than 50, but that's a personal opinion. I mean, but when the developers say it takes like 12 hours, that means it's straight to the point and without dying and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think a more logical thing would be 16, 17.
Yeah, I mean,
and if you play like me, it's probably between 20 and 25.
That's
so
more like
depending on
me
your play style.
Whatever they say, I double it.
Yeah. So because I'm not the one that just plays straight to the point. If there's an arrow that says go right, I will go left, right? Just to see what's there.
See what's there. Yeah, I would like that as well.
Me. So,
that's kind of like I'm playing a Sniper Elite Resistance, and they came out with 3 new DLCs. So I waited till they were all out before I went to play it because I wanted to play them, have something there. So I've seen people who sit there and go like, yeah, I completed, Yucca Yucca mission in, whatever time. And I'm going like, all they're doing though is they're flying through it, running and gunning. It's not even it's not even what the game's about.
Yeah.
The game's about being a sniper. I mean, I'm taking like way more to finish my missions.
I think we're the same in that respect because we always, at least I do, and I think you too, we play the game very slowly, right?
Yeah.
At least I take my time for every game.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you might miss something. I've known to play some games, and then someone's going, "Oh, I found this there," and I'm like, "Oh," and then having to go back or restart. And then from there on in, I've just been okay. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to look through this little thing. There's a danger sign. I'm still going to go down there.
Well, first of all, if on this game, Sniper Elite, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm a completionist. I'm not worried if I get all the trophies, but
me neither.
What I do like to do is I like to eliminate everybody on the map. I mean, I don't have to, but I like to. It's fun. It gets a challenge. And you were right about something, Matt, about sometimes you miss something because I had done the missions. There was still a truck to explode. It wasn't necessary to blow it up because I had already finished what was really needed.
It's always necessary to blow things
up. And I'm sitting there going like, well, I'm not going to leave it there. So I just go over and blow it up. And then since I blew it up, then it triggered a cutscene to where this V2 rocket, World War II, right? So this V2 rocket starts to take off, and it gets stuck on the ramp because I sabotaged it. And then it says, shoot the rocket. Now, if I hadn't paid attention to stuff, I would have exfiltrated, and I never would have known it. Mm-hmm. And I'm going like, cool. So I pick off a V2 at 200 meters and blow it up. And then I exfiltrate. I was like, yeah, man,
that
that's
isn't
cool.
very snipery, is it?
Yeah.
So I just thought that was pretty cool.
Hit it with a hammer.
Yeah.
Well, the first things I do, and I mean, there's no, you all know out there probably by now, Sniper's my favorite games. But my next favorite is pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
But everything, what I really enjoy in the Sniper Elite kind of games, or Sniper Ghost Warrior, I don't know if they're going to do a new one of those. But I'm looking for the shots I can take that are long, because making a long shot is just.
Speaking of sniper, can I show you something quick?
Yeah.
Here we go. He's got
It's something I completely forgot that I
Get
had.
the sniper rifle. Go on.
No, it's not a sniper rifle.
He's going to show you a sniper rifle. It's a whole sniper rifle. Yeah, look at this. I just used it yesterday. Yeah.
Completely forgot I even had this.
Here's who I shot before.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah.
I actually found it in one of my boxes. I bought this years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that game goes back because it's already Sniper Ghost Warrior's on 4 or 5, I forget.
Yeah.
Is it?
Or whatever.
But with stuff inside, so.
When I was playing, what I was saying with those games is I look for the long shots. When I first enter a map, they always put you on a wherever piece of ground before you walk into a danger or whatever. So from my vantage point, I just sit there and I scope with binoculars everybody I can. And I got people are 500 meters away, 600 meters away, 700 meters away. And I'm going so I go after them, and boy, you got to stay steady because they're way out there, and stuff. And I picked off this sniper on the Nazi side that was at 645 meters, and I'm just going taking my time, and all of a sudden, bing, and he's gone. I was like, it's great, man. I love it. It's so good. Then you get the rare times where you might get rare shots where the two characters kind of line up, and you can take them both out with one bullet. That's rough, and you don't get that very often. But that's the fun thing about it. You wait for these things to see if you can do it. Now, the other thing is replayability. I could go back in there and decide to hamper myself and not use my sniper rifle as much. Maybe go more on the stealth side of things, and do it that way, and stuff. So that's the cool thing. If you can get some good, decent replayability out of your game, not bad, right?
No, that's good.
All right, so I will definitely be wanting to hear from you as you get into the game, Hans.
Yeah, next week I should have finished it probably. So
cool. All right, we're going to move on to some more game impressions or reviews. And Matt, I guess you messed with Dune Awakening again?
I did. So yeah, they had a free weekend a couple of weeks ago on the 11th to the 15th.
They've had more than one too.
Technically, it was only for 2 days. So it was Saturday, it was unlocked, and Sunday there wasn't a Friday or anything. It was a dodgy weekend. So yeah, I jumped in to play a few games of there. It was okay. The story part at the beginning was fine. I had to recreate my character because I remember that I deleted it. So typically, was
this your second time playing it, or?
It was the first time playing the demo, but it was the second time because they gave you, prior to that, a character creation tool prior to the game, because I was going to get it, and because I was in two minds for ages. I think I've been asking people, what do you think about this game? What would you do? Would you join? So blah, blah. And I think I came to the result of not doing it at all. But I did do the free weekend just to have a go at it, and I found it to be quite boring, quite plain. Pretty much on the servers that I joined, they were empty.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they were empty. They give you you can do high population, low population. So I did 2, and there was no players around that I could see. There were NPCs scattered here and there, not very close by. And with the amount of space that you have, there's not really much you can do but run from a big giant worm that's going to come at you. It's a bit like where
that's Dune. Yeah, that's Dune.
Yeah. So
I also heard you can't ride the worm, or can you?
Eventually, you should be able to. Yeah.
Okay.
As the chosen one. But I kind of I got to certain points, started building a base, ran around, collecting, building. And at that point, I was like, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting anything from this. Yeah. I did enjoy how they put things together. It's very much Conan-y with a new skin. It really is, especially with the climbing aspects as well. Some of it was quite newish and interesting, like the when you're attacking NPCs. but it was kind of like a bit naff. Looking up to the sky was quite interesting. You could see ships. You could see the big circly. Is it the Reckon ship that you see? So that's quite fun. That was quite interesting for that. But other than that, I was a bit not taken by
the Fly the Dragonfly ship, whatever they call it.
No, I was still building a base. I was still right at the beginning near enough, and I spent
That was your
hours on
mistake.
it.
You should have been building a base.
Yeah. I even told the missus to go away and cook while I was doing this so I could have a few hours. And she's just like, you look frustrated. And I'm like, I'm playing this game. And she was like, you're not really doing much. I'm like, oh, I'm doing enough.
So it's not out completely yet, then apparently, or is it?
I think it is, yeah.
It is released, yeah.
Yeah, it's released, yeah.
The main criticism I heard is that the game is very empty, apparently. So.
It is empty. It's very sparse, very
that's
empty.
a shame. That's weird.
I know a few friends of mine that play it, and they say there's literally, if you don't have your own server, so to speak, it's kind of pointless. So I'm not sure if you can even get your own server, but yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
That's a shame. It really is.
Absolutely. So as this weekend came out, there was quite a mixed reaction from newcomers and long-time supporters. The things that went well was apparently there was no restrictions. So new players, old players, all had full access to all the zones.
That's good.
I'd never seen all the zones. I was still stuck in the desert. So you had the Haga Basin, the Deep Desert, which is probably where I was. Deep, there you go. Harco Village and the Arcane City, with progress carrying over if they brought the game afterwards. So that was another thing. If you know.
I think the thing that is disappointing is, like, I'm a big fan of the movies and stuff, so I was thinking like, ooh, a game would be cool, but there's a lot of Dune fans out there, and if you came in a free weekend and you're telling me the servers were empty, I'm like, wow, the fans aren't grabbing onto it, so that's not a good sign.
Exactly, yeah. So they had a Chapter 2 update, which dropped just before the weekend, which is the new DLC that they had, which adds new story content and Lost Harvest DLC, which helped boost visibility, apparently.
And more empty spaces?
Yeah, more empty spaces, yeah. Oh, I can see more empty space now.
You can see more emptiness.
Yeah. So there was special rewards as well for participants receiving a Arrakis Rising Memorial for their base, a cosmetic bonus that added more incentives to that. I didn't see any of that now to put on my one. So the DLC caused a lot of confusion as well, as some players felt like they were misled completely by the Lost Harvest DLC. They were expecting a new building, foundations, kits, but only received 4 pieces of it.
4 pieces?
Yeah, 4 new pieces.
Wow.
That was it.
Here's another girder to build your building with.
Yeah, have another type of window. Yeah.
This one's on an angle. Do you like it?
Yeah, here's a door that opens upwards instead of downwards.
So, do you think this game has any hope of surviving long term?
Not long term, no. Unless there's some mods that people can throw in there, I don't think it has a chance of longevity at all. I know Funcom have actually acknowledged the miscommunication and have promised to add 15 more building pieces by October.
Ooh.
We shall see how that goes down the line. So veterans were very frustrated with few paying players expressed that that new players had access to the DLC content for free during their event without any compensation for early adopters.
I can kind of see where they're coming from.
Yeah,
then, because they paid money for it, and then
exactly. Yeah, I pay money for it.
I see it.
They should. Yeah. That
Paying
I can
for the
understand.
game, and you're paying for this too, and you don't get what you're supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it did dramatically change the shift in players at all that came in, as I said. Some people were kind of interested. It did have a little hype of players come through, but it didn't really reach the bar, as I would say, anyways. There, the PvP. A lot of people are feeling a lot of pressure to go into PvP zones, into the deep deserts, just to have some sort of play. There was a lot of end game gaps. Veterans were saying that there wasn't a meaningful end game content of whatever they went for. There was a huge grind to everything. There wasn't really a good balance with that. Including mechanics as well. That felt like it was punishing when you lose things and you have to go back and all that stuff.
I wonder why some of this stuff wasn't fixed during the betas and stuff when they were before the game actually came out. You would think they would have solved that or did something.
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of people are saying even the mechanics of the vehicles, the character, storage management, and a clearer UI would have been a lot helpful.
A clearer UI? What was it all fuzzy?
Yeah, it was. I didn't even get it. I had its basic stuff there that was like, yeah, okay, cool. But the stuff in the center just drew me away from being immersive into this place there. So they did actually fix the Lost Harvest DLC, which they said they would. So they're going to put in new 15 building pieces within it, so they're working on that. Quality of life improvements, like renaming vehicles, containers, swapping seats with hotkeys are more reliable now in the orthocopter. Rockets are being added to the public test client as well soon, so they'll be able to sort that bit out there. There were thousands upon thousands of cheaters.
Really?
Which typical.
That doesn't surprise me, to be fair.
Yeah, they were using duplication bugs, pretty much anything and everything they could go from there. So there you go. They're going to tweak the Deep Desert to make it a bit more balanced between the PvP and PvE for players there. Funcom have admitted to gaps in their community engagement and pledged they will be more consistent with updates and transparency moving forwards.
I don't know. It sounds like the too little, too late kind of thing, and then you're gonna kill sales and etc.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I didn't enjoy it at all. It didn't feel like Dune at all. I just felt like some stranger in a strange land.
When the game came out? Just a few months ago, I think.
It was, yeah.
It had been that long.
It was quite recent.
Yeah.
Was it August?
They did a lot of email campaigns. I signed up, and I was getting like emails left and right all the time.
It was very highly pushed, wasn't it? Even on Steam, streams, adverts, you couldn't get away from it pretty much. So from seeing that, people's gaming, I was losing interest. So
they probably did that because they needed to get those front end sales before it died.
Exactly. Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, but it's.
All right. Well, you had a second game, I guess you were messing with.
So yeah, this is coming out soon. This month. It is out now. It is out now. Sorry, pardon me. Okay. Excuse me. I got a little trailer. I can show you a little trailer. I'm going to show you a trailer. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Because I'm good like that.
And I'll edit it in later.
What the hell happened here? I feel like I'm trapped in some twisted nightmare. I just want to wake up. Wake up.
This war is a blessing. Why come back?
Anyone in my shoes would have done the same.
Look at you, compromised by your emotions.
I want to piece together whatever is happening here, and you want to stop it.
We failed to stop the calamity.
There are always two sides to a story.
You fucking scumbags!
You pissed off the wrong people.
Don't even try that psychological bullshit with me.
Fuck! You must continue. What we've begun to uncover.
They use Souls like so much that the next Mario game will come out and they'll probably go, it's Souls like.
To be fair,
like,
a little side tantrum though. The Souls-like genre, there's only so far. I think there's only 2 games, I think, that did it right, and that was the Jedi Survivors and and Lies of P. Those are the only ones that actually did it good, and all the other ones just plain suck. To be fair, so yeah,
true, absolutely, yeah.
So this game looks pretty creepy. How much did you play, Matt?
I haven't played this. I've just seen it, and I was like, "Oh, this looks like only because of the graphics, the way the play style, because it's not normally something I'd go for, especially with the puzzles and all that stuff. But as soon as they started swearing, I was like, I'm in. That's me. I'm sold on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The swearing really got me, man.
That's it. Yeah.
I thought the puzzles that they showed were kind of interesting looking.
They were very interesting. Yeah. Like, normally I hate puzzles. I really don't like them. I'll play them, especially if it's got, that sort of sense that you get with thrillers, horrors, that I need to get this thing done or I'm getting eaten by something behind me. So it kind of had that S kind of feeling to it there. So let me tell you about it. First, it's also out on all the consoles, minus the Nintendo ones. So Trevor will have to miss out on that one. Yeah, absolutely. So you got your PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. So it's bringing a haunted blend of psychological thriller, exploration, and melee combat. It's actually directed by the Deus Ex Human Revolution veteran Jonathan Jacques Belletti. I hope I said your name right. If I don't,
okay.
There you go. Change your name.
I'm sure he listens. So
Yeah. He does. He told me. Yeah. So the game drops players into a fictional nation of Hedia, a land scarred by civil war and plagued by supernatural beings known as the Hollow Walkers. Sounds kind of familiar. Yeah. Players step into the boots of Remy Latam, a rogue peacekeeper with a deeply personal quest to uncover his origins and the truth behind. He does indeed. Yeah, he loves cussing. He must be Irish. With the truth, I can say that because I'm Irish. And the truth behind a catastrophic event called the Calamity. I nearly said something else. With no maps, no quest markers, or hand-holding at all, exploration is technically driven by instinct, environmental clues, and conversations that you have with survivors within that world.
That means I lost already.
I am totally lost. I'm gonzo. Yeah, I think that's going to be a 40-hour game. It's going to be a 40-year game for me. I'll be just going around in circles. So the combat is deliberately intimate, focused on swords, axes, and polearms, while a mysterious drone companion aids in both battle and puzzle solving. Definitely needed for me. Thank you very much for putting that in, especially for me. See, I told you he knows me. Yeah. So, there you go. The semi-open world design favors interconnected biomes over sprawling emptiness, encouraging methodical discoveries. So you, pardon me, you got the standard edition, which is £59.99. The deluxe, of course, which is $79.99, which gives you a 72-hour early access, which you don't need to buy now because no point. You get the digital art book and the soundtrack, of course, which sounds actually quite nice. You get cosmetic.
That's worth $30.
Packs.
Not.
Yeah, maybe $5. And a secret in-game item, which could be anything at all. Could be a sock, a glove, who knows. Despite launching on the same day as Hollow Knight's Silk Song, a clash.
Oh, did it really? Oh.
Yeah.
That was bad timing.
Absolutely, yeah. So
they're gonna really live up to the name. Hell is us. We screwed up big time with them.
Yeah, that's it. So the dev described it as a little callous. Hell is us has earned praise. Yeah, just a little. Has earned praise for its dense lore, its labyrinth level design, and the refusal to compromise on player agency. Steam numbers peaked at 4,400 concurrent players, but early adopters say the game's mystery-driven approach makes one of the most distinctive releases of the year.
It could be niche, though. You don't need like a million players to be successful. By the way,
true.
Depending on the budget of your game, of course.
Then it should be niche price, like half.
Yeah, the price is this a full price game?
It is.
Yeah, $60.
Yeah.
The normal $60, but
plus,
considering Silk Song was only 20 new.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, here though, speaking of concurrent numbers, Silk Song in their first weekend they sold 5 million copies, including
3 on Steam, right?
Yeah, 3 million on Steam. Insanity. So
Was that Game Pass? I forgot. Was
it's
on
in Game Pass, yeah.
No. Oh, was it?
Oh, wow.
It is.
Yes, yeah.
So
So
it's
that
on
means
Game Pass.
it did all that aside from the fact that
And
it was
then
on
some.
Game Pass.
Crazy, man.
And then
So-
some. Yeah, it does look good as well. So.
But yeah, Hell is Us. That's that's release date.
Yeah, that was a good one there.
100% they lost sales. I do think though that most developers and even most people didn't think Silksong would be this big of a success.
Absolutely.
you know, a lot
It
of
was
people-
gonna be big, but not this big. So
Many games avoided that date. I don't know why they didn't. So they
Yeah.
knew something was up. You know,
yeah,
or
the
it was gonna
writing was
happen.
on the wall, but even I didn't think that it was gonna be this massive of a game, right?
Yeah.
Still now it's like 300,000 concurrent players. I mean, it's
Wow.
3 weeks or so after release. It's,
Yeah, it's going well.
Against 4 for Hell is Us. Yeah.
Quite so. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, just to give you a little take through the paperwork, as we say, join our Discord if you'd like. It's discord.gg/Extreme Gaming Podcast. You can talk to us about games and stuff that you hear on our pod all the time here. Plus, we get into a bunch of other stuff, entertainment, superheroes, all kinds of stuff. So we've had quite a few people joining the Discord lately. So if you'd like to join it, and you can ask for any one of us, and we'll chat with you. Check out YouTube. You will see the video version of this podcast. It is a little different than the audio. There's some extra little shinies, as we call it, we put in there. We also have our EGP quick breaks, which is just sections of our podcasts that are in more biteable pieces. And we also have shorts, too, that go on as well. All right, we'll move along. I got a little tech news to talk about. This is something that really I wasn't expecting that came up, and I know you guys saw this. But basically, Nvidia is investing $5 billion, that's billion, into Intel in a blockbuster deal. So apparently, they're going to get together to build all these systems on chips, SoCs as they call them, for Nvidia. But boy, talk about a lifeline! I mean, that's like they're like at their lowest all time, and they need the money. And they need somebody to invest. Nobody wants to do it, and here comes Nvidia out of the blue with $5 billion.
Yeah, I don't think it was out of the blue, to be honest. But these deals take a long time to negotiate.
They've been talking for a while. Sure.
Yeah. But one thing I have to say about this whole deal is, a lot of people now think that Nvidia is going to make their own CPUs and stuff, which I don't think that's the case. If you read the papers, right, about what they're planning, this is actually more of a mobile chip now. Nvidia, they needed an x86 license, and they couldn't buy one because they already own ARM. Guess who has one? Intel. So now they have ARM, they have x86, and they have their own proprietary stuff. So they have everything now, and they could actually go into the mobile market now. And I do think a lot of this merger is specified, or I can't say merger, I mean this whatever it's called.
Yeah,
right?
it's not a merger; it's an investment.
Yeah, so
but-
whatever you want to call it, this partnership or whatever, is more for the how do I say this? More mobile and
Well,
not really desktop related. So maybe laptop though.
Laptop, yeah.
Intel is still very strong in the laptop market, right? So AMD is almost non-existent when it comes to laptops. They have some, but when it comes to APUs, there's almost nothing about AMD in laptop market. And
according to when I was looking through the article, they were saying that Intel's going to build custom x86 chips for Nvidia, but they will feature the RTX GPUs on board.
yeah, imagine
So-
that in a handheld like the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
So
But I think they said they're going to focus on the chips that Nvidia wants to do. Obviously,
Of course,
if it's a bargain. They say they want these CPUs to be integrated in AI clusters, of course, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
So, but that, whatever it is, it saves Intel's butt, and this way they can, continue on. Which isn't, if it was anybody but Nvidia, I would say that's a good thing, because you want the competition to be there. But the competition is going to be there, but did it have to be Nvidia? It's like,
yeah, the thing is though, didn't Intel receive a lot of money from the U.S. government like few
the
weeks
government
ago?
bought 10%.
See, they're
I don't think
they're
the amount
banking
was. Well, I don't think the
moment.
amount was as much as Nvidia.
yeah, but that does mean that 15% of the Intel company
10%.
is
Yeah.
no in total 15. So when you have 10 from the government and 5 from Nvidia now, or so
maybe.
Intel is a bit broken up, but I don't think that's a bad thing, though.
No.
I mean, a lot of people are now saying it's doomed for AMD. I don't think AMD is doomed, but I gotta be honest, if Nvidia would at some point, right, make their own CPUs and their own fabs, then I think AMD could be in some trouble when it comes to CPUs. I mean, remember, it only takes one good generation to steal the competition, like AMD did with Zen. So
yeah, but
Nvidia's no slouch, right? They make great products. I mean, you can think of them whatever you want, but they have the products and they have the know-how to do all those things. So
I think AMD probably had their spies and they knew this was coming. So I would think they have something on the table that they're going to reveal. You know, that's going to.
I think AMD is very strong in the CPU market at this point
in
time.
No
so
doubt now.
They're solidified. I think I read that for the first time since like the early 90s, AMD now has more of a market share in the CPU business than Intel has, especially in data centers. That's what I meant. So
I even saw an article somewhere where AMD was going to start putting out its old chips because people want them for certain tasks. So I saw a thing like they're going to go back into production on a $40 chip.
AM4 refuses to die for some reason, so don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a bad thing though. So, but
no,
I mean, longevity's good. I mean,
hey, look, for AMD, if somebody wants to buy a bunch of old chips, that's found money.
It's money. I mean,
they're easy to produce because they're producing much better ones now, and then they just sell them for whatever. Yeah. And not bad, little side money.
AMD's fine. I mean, I don't think people need to be worried about AMD going out of business because of this
no.
collapse.
I think they'll still be around.
They'll still be around. And whatever you think of AMD or Intel or Nvidia, I mean, we desperately need competition.
Sure.
Especially when it comes to GPUs, because I'm actually kind of curious what Intel is going to do with their Battlemage GPUs now. I mean, they're supposed to be launching Celestial, I think it is, next year. And after that, they had a roadmap. They're calling it Druid. So they still have a roadmap for 2 generations of GPUs. So
I would have said that Intel's probably not going to do much of anything. But now that they got cash influx, maybe we'll start seeing some stuff.
Because they throw it back into
an article. I wonder if you guys saw this. It was using a dual GPU configuration where you allow one GPU to work on the frames using lossless scaling, and the other one to do all the other work. So in the video that I saw, what was interesting is they used a 3060, so this is not a new card, and then they used an Intel 6 gigabyte VRAM, and it was like $100 card or something.
Yeah, they did it with the NV-Link, I think it was, right?
Yeah, and the guy put it in there, and then he showed how it was pretty simple. You did have to connect the monitor though to the little card, not to the Nvidia. Okay. I don't know if that, according to what I saw on screen, it didn't seem to affect anything. But yeah, the temperatures and load were down. The lossless scaling worked very well with it. It looked really good. Not a bad little concept to use to go with that.
Remember last week we talked about potentially. Like a ray tracing card, just pure for the ray tracing side.
Yeah.
That could be the speculation, of course, but that could be the next thing Nvidia is going to try and sell us. So
if they're smart, they'd probably look at this and they do a ray tracing / frame rate card, and that's it.
Yeah.
So you have your two most annoying things that bog down your system on a GPU taken care of with a side card. Now, if they give it for a reasonable price and they don't try to gouge us, I know, believe me, I know. But if they did, then I think people would definitely buy it. I would. Oh, yeah. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
We'll see. New technology. This is like real new technology coming up now. I had a chuckle when I saw a picture of a cassette tape, and I'm sitting there going like, oh my God, cassette tape, and it goes way back for me. And I'm sitting there looking at this going like, what is this? And then I said, I'm reading this thing, and apparently this cassette tape is going to basically replace entire data centers. And I'm like, huh? And so I start reading this thing, and apparently they're using a cassette tape. Yes, it's true. And the tape is an actual tape inside of it. Okay. But to give you a couple quickies on this thing, it's DNA, and I'm trying to figure out like DNA. How's that work? So they basically are going to take the DNA and use it as a storage medium by putting the DNA sequencing onto these tapes. And apparently, from what I'm understanding, a DNA in a single human cell can theoretically hold 3.2 gigabytes of data, which is equivalent to 6,000 books, 1,000 songs, and if you want to go that far.
Yeah.
They said that this is going to be a protective crystalline layer, crystalline, that ensures the data remains intact. It's going to operate without electricity. No electricity. I thought, okay, this all sounded pretty good. They said that a 328-foot DNA cassette tape, meaning the tape inside, is 328 foot long in the cassette, can hold over 3 billion songs. They said that they expect the prototype device to handle 36 petabytes of data, which equals a storage of 36,000 hard drives.
I could use that as my main gaming drive, maybe.
There you go. You never have to get another one again.
Nope.
Wouldn't it be hilarious though? You sit there and you buy a PC and it has a slot for a cassette tape, just like the old days. And you just pop the cassette tape in and like,
I'll
wait.
probably be the first one to buy it if the price is okay. So
It's,
just because I think those things are cool.
They're going to be aiming obviously at data centers first, and part of the reason they're doing this is not just the amount of storage, but when you have something that can hold that much data, that means you don't have to buy as much land, you don't have to run as much hardware. And if they're talking about no electricity, I mean, hello.
You won't have any of the problems of heat.
Yeah, the electricity costs will go down, and other stuff that you need. So, yeah, I mean, everybody's racing to look up the best way of doing this. And this is I thought this is very cool. This is definitely something different that I've never heard of before. They said that one of the challenges is the speed at which the data can be written. They said that they're not concerned about it. They're working on that, right now. Long-term data storage, though, is thousands of years.
It'll be long gone.
Yeah.
Like, the cassette tape of games that you played, and like you put it in a time capsule. 1,000 years from now, somebody digs it up. Goes, look, a cassette tape. Let's put this in this computer and see what happens.
Yeah.
They'll see the three of us in a podcast.
Oh no, I don't think that's good for legacy. But
They'll be like, "Oh no, who are these people?"
this is the best the world had to offer, huh? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It'll be like those comedy movies where they find a tape of us three and they go like that. They must be the leaders of that country.
Yeah.
I mean, why would they be like?
Take on zombies and everything and infections.
Yeah, wow,
and
it's just amazing. They've taken care of so many threats and things. It's just crazy.
Yeah, robot wars.
Anyway, to stick with the hardware side of stuff, I want to throw it over to Matt. Matt, you got a couple things you want to chat about?
I do.
Yeah, it's in the notes.
I know. I'm doing the voice. Do you mind? All right. In
a world
get some. Yeah.
where I'm called on to do something,
I have to do it. I do my own thing.
whether I like it or not.
I found a little love of mine. This was shown a while ago in the Games Card, I think it was. And I liked it. And it's limited edition. And here it is. Because
Well,
To be fair, though, I understand Matt for liking it because that's the reason I bought my laptop also, because it had the glowing ROG logo on it.
that's it. And it was round. It was a different shape to all the other GPUs that I just fell in love with.
There's only one fan? Or was there more? I
No,
only
no,
saw
Three
the
fans.
Three
Yeah.
fans.
Oh, one's on the
There's
side. and
no
then-
way you can make a 5090 with one fan. I mean, at least on
Yeah.
desktop
It's
side.
Unless you got a Dyson fan on it or something
Yeah,
from
it's-
space.
For our audio people out there, we're talking about the ROG Matrix GeForce RTX 5090 30th Anniversary Edition.
Limited edition.
So if you do want to see it, check out our video podcast. You'll see the video that we just
And
rolled.
if you see it in the store, just walk past it because
Oh,
it's
buy me
not,
one.
yeah.
it's not worth your kidneys.
You can buy me one.
Was there any rumor on the price there, Matt?
Oh.
Any rumor at all?
No rumors at the price whatsoever. But
That's
it's going to
very
be
dangerous.
hefty. It's
Can
gonna
I
be
speculate
hefty.
here?
You can.
3.5K.
I think so. I think it's going to be around that price, maybe 3, 5. Yeah. It's going to be big.
Oh, this is bad. I'm getting a tax cut in December.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh,
Oh, no.
oh. Man,
Every
can I
day I
rob a
stand in
bank?
the mirror. You don't need a 5090. You don't need one.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe if I call them up, they'll let us have one to evaluate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, send it
Absolutely.
to me.
Sure. They'll do
Give me
that.
some.
They'll go, who are
Absolutely.
you?
Yeah, why? Why? Anyways, so they've updated the design and the cooling architecture of this card. The hybrid copper aluminium construction with that as well. So it's got the exposed copper elements, translucent. Put my teeth back in my mouth.
I like transluting. That's even better.
You need to do a bit of
That's
transluting
true. They
on
take
this, I'll
money
tell
right out
you.
of your pocket.
Yeah. You heard about transgender? Now you got translucent. Lutent. Me. Right, there you go. So moving away from the heavier models, metal shrouds that they normally have of the old models. It's a quad fan layout. So the fourth fan is now integrated into the back plate, enhancing vertical airflow and enabling denser fin. That was coming. Stacking. Ideal for compact chassis setups. We'll have to test this out. So Asa, send me one or 3. I don't mind.
Yep, just send us one each.
us.
No
Yeah,
worries.
'cause, you know,
sure,
I'll
no
take
problem.
really
Pudding.
good care of it. So,
Yeah, we'll give it back eventually.
and I'll send my 4090 in place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
I'll
sell
send
the
you something.
4090 and then
You can have my glasses. Yeah. So there you go.
And when we send them back, we'll tell them, "Oh, there's only 2 because we sold one on eBay." But hey,
Yeah, that's for 10 grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has memory defroster returns on this one, a jumper activated feature for extreme LN2 overclocking.
Okay.
Originally seen in the GTX 780 Ti, if you remember that one. So that's back for the enthusiasts who love to push the thermal boundaries. Who doesn't like to push their thermals? Yeah.
I have to push my thermals every day.
Yeah. 0 decibel fan mode. So the fan's now shut off completely
wait a
during
minute. 0. What?
0
How's that
fan
possible?
mode.
Oh,
So when you're not using the graphics card, then it goes into idle or low power state, improving the
it is very cool, but I'm just reading they're only making 1,000 of them. So
There is only a limited amount of 1,000. That's
So it
when
isn't
come
going
to
to be
that.
3.5. It's going to be 5,000.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be it's gonna be very
Yeah.
You saw the
Yeah.
liquid metal cooling. That was like, it looked like what do you call it, the movie that they did that with? It was, Terminator.
Terminator 2.
They had the
Yeah,
liquid
yeah,
metal, so you just see the liquid metal going down. Like,
liquid metal cooling is actually very very efficient though.
oh, I'm
So,
sure it would be. I'm sure it
You
would
can
be.
do it on your
back.
CPU also, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass to
Delayed and all
to
that
apply
shenanigan.
because
Yeah.
with thermal paste you can literally go over the sides a little bit and it won't really hurt your PC. But if you
You need something
lose
to...
one droplet of your that thing, you're
Yeah,
in
I
trouble.
could,
So
yeah. See it dribble out some liquid metal onto your motherboard.
yeah, no,
Uh-oh.
then it's bye bye godlike motherboard in your
You
case.
say conductive?
Yeah. Kapow.
So,
There you go. Yeah, so power delivery enhancements have been made as well. Dual input support. The card can simulate
One more time.
at the same time draw power from both the 12V 2x6 cable and Asus GC HPWR slot. Whew.
that was a
Yeah,
mouthful.
Yeah, stick that in your knickers and give it a whiff.
A mouthful.
Yeah, absolutely. So it unlocks up to 800 watts of overclocking environments on there. There is a vertical mount safety. Liquid metal thermal compound is applied using a proprietary method that ensures safe vertical GPU installation. So they got bound little
Proprietary method. What they just eyedropper it on there? That's proprietary.
Yeah. They probably got like a seal around the edge of where it needs to be, so it keeps it intact there. So it's probably a little bit chunkier.
No leakage.
In the way, yeah, except for the bank. There you go. Yeah. So this will help modders and showcase builders show off their new shenanigans. So collector perks and legacy touches. Asus is bundling a special games card with each unit, celebrating its 30-year GPU legacy. So if you see any special PCs out there, you'll have that one. The design nods to the past Matrix class GPUs, like the EN9800 GT Matrix. Did I have that card? I don't think I had that one. Mine was an 8800.
It's the one they used in the movie.
Yeah, and the Teeth 1000 card, and the RTX 2080 Ti graphics. Blending nostalgia with cutting-edge performance. No official price yet, but it's going to be up there. Definitely.
There is no official price, I guess. So,
no. But
you probably need to apply for that card to be able to buy it. So
maybe they'll give one to J2 cents so we can see it.
We need your mortgage.
Those will get one. Yeah, probably. So.
Your life and your motorcycle for that. But there's only 1,000 units.
Give me a cigar.
No more. Yeah, that's it. I want the graphic cards. I want it now.
Yes.
There we go. So yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to be looking out for that one and not buying it. But hey,
crying. Yes.
At least we can look for it.
Yeah.
Or look at it.
We can look for it and
lick
cry.
it and then put it back down.
All right. We're going to roll back into some game news. This is something I actually sent to Hans too. Apparently, they're coming out with a Witcher 3 Wild Hunt 10th anniversary Monster Slayer kit.
Oh.
So I'm looking at this thing, and I gotta admit, looking at it, I'm just going, "Ooh, there's some goodies on there."
It is a bit too cool, so I need to restrain myself a little bit in this one.
Yeah, and it's not going to be cheap anyway.
Probably not. No.
They're going to give a special edition of the game there, which obviously you can buy one, but they're going to include it. Witcher fans can also get their hands on this collectible kit, and it's set on here. I'll read you what you're going to get. There's a lot of stuff. You're going to get a Wolf School waist bag. Not the waist meaning throw stuff into it that you're throwing out, but around your waist.
Yeah. I think we got it great.
A Wolf School belt bag, otherwise known as a fanny pack in some areas. A limited edition steel book. 500-piece puzzle with a mini poster to show you that you put it together wrong. A 2026 desk calendar. We're not done yet. Thermoactive ceramic mug. That I would like, because I'm a sucker for a good mug that has a nice logo on it. So I'm wondering how that changes, or whether Geralt is not there and now he's there. Limited edition
T-shirt. He had the cloak on and now he doesn't.
Yeah. Limited edition T-shirt. A set of 10 postcards. Who uses postcards anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, why don't they just say picture cards?
Yeah, picture cards. Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. Postcards. No one says postcards anymore. That's a long time ago. A set of metal pins. I don't say how many pins, but apparently a set of metal pins. And a collector's metal keychain to which you could put some of your stuff on it. They're not going to be releasing this until November 11th. Right now, they're talking about a UK price of £230. So, US is probably going to be like getting closer to 300. So, if you got $300 to burn, it is nice. I don't know if I'm going to be one to get it, but it's nice. I mean, do you like it?
Yeah, is there a picture of what you get, or are they keeping that cold?
Yeah, no, they have a picture here. They have a picture, but you can't really see like how many pins you're going to get. But they do have a picture of what most of the stuff looks like.
Yeah, 5.
So
you get 5.
It is pretty cool. I love it. I was reading the comments on the bottom, and some guy goes, "A fanny pack." Yeah, hard pass on that bullshit.
It depends on the price, though. I wouldn't wear it, but the price, okay.
Yeah, another guy said, "This is great." He goes, "It'll end up being $5,000 when you add the Oompa Loompas tariffs."
Yeah, we all know what that's a reference to. So
I love it when the people come up with some nice, funny things to say. Anyway, moving on to a different game, Endless Legend 2, which I'm kind of looking forward to because I like RTS games, real-time strategy. And this one says apparently the demo had a lot of critics saying different things about it, but the devs are actually coming in to change and make things, better. I didn't get a chance to play any early access. I was going to wait till the regular one comes out. But some of the stuff that I've seen online looked very interesting. Looked different than just a typical RTS. But apparently they were having some problems with some stuff. But some of the things that are in it that they did like, they have a thing called Tidefall mechanic. This is real interesting. I haven't seen this in games before. During the course of the game, the ocean will retreat, and when the ocean retreats, it leaves land. And you can actually go over there and try to see if you can, play on the land or fight people on that land. But at some point, the tide comes back in, as they say, and it's just going to all of a sudden these land areas are going to be all underwater. So it's a very interesting mechanic to go and fight someone, knowing that the water might come in and wipe you all out.
Yeah.
If you're not careful. They said there's going to be monsoons of different types of strength that you can mess with. So that's kind of like, okay. I thought that was kind of pretty cool. They said the problems they're having right now, though, is apparently, it says about 25% of the reviews are mentioning UI problems. They said that some of that was, like you were saying before, Max, some of it's blurry, some of it's giving you the wrong information, some of it's giving you not enough information. Text bugs and stuff like that. So they said they said it's going to be something that's going to not just be handled by a simple patch. It's going to be something larger that'll have to take care of it. So they said, all right. And so they are going to attempt to do all this. I guess they're going to do it. But they've been stating, though, it's not something that's going to happen overnight. Now, I don't know what that means. So it either means, putting the game aside and waiting for like a month or 2 or 3 or 4. Yeah. Or putting up with whatever it is and just, play it anyway. But that's another thing that's kind of a shame, though. I mean, they should have had those type of problems that are going to take so long. It should be something you should be able to fix in a patch, but apparently they've said that it's not going to be like that. So let's just say, okay. So if you all want to hold back from buying it until these things get fixed, that's up to you. But too bad on that part. Next thing I want to talk about is we've mentioned this before on past podcasts about Tencent suing Sony. Mm-hmm. Basically, they're suing them over the Horizon series games. Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, et cetera, that you've seen out there. It's a big IP for Sony. And there's a TV show coming, another game coming, etc. So the story was that Tencent approached Sony with a proposal on doing a canon game set in the Horizon universe, blah blah blah, and Sony pretty much said like, "Nah, we're not interested. We can handle our own stuff." And so they, I guess, got PO'd, went off, and they decided to make a game called Lights of Motrium. Yeah. Now, when the first video came out of the game, the gameplay, it was practically a one-on-one direct ripoff of the Horizon series.
But if you saw the artwork without seeing the game, it's like, okay, is this Horizon? But apparently the game is completely different. No, it's a completely different style of game, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but there is some aspects of it that were different. Like in the Horizon games, you can't do base building or any kind of building. Yeah. But apparently they added that in there to the game, which is interesting. But you didn't have to make it look exactly like Horizon.
Right.
I mean,
the aesthetics is almost completely the same. So
yeah, I mean everything. The outfits, the headdresses. Yeah. I mean, there's even a redheaded protagonist that looks like Aloy. I mean, come on. So apparently they're still at this thing. Now this is Tencent's chance to fire back, I guess, at Sony and talk about stuff. So they said in the court filing, Sony basically said that Tencent approached them in 2024, like I said about the game. And that it was going to be a spin-off, etc. They said no thanks, and they basically went out and did this. They said, Tencent said of Sony, they contend that Sony are seeking an impermissible monopoly on conventions. So what they're trying to do, and I think it's pretty weak legally, but they're trying to say that everything that was created in Horizon is basically just another form of gaming normalcy, and that this stuff should be able to be used the same as certain mechanics are used across many games. I think they're really stretching that legal term. I don't understand. I don't think they're going to get very far with it, but they basically put in a motion to dismiss the entire case. I'm going like, yeah, Sony's going to dismiss the case. I don't think so. And you came after them. It's not like they came after you. Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, they're going to protect what they're going to protect.
To be fair, I'm wondering even if Sony proceeds this legally, if it's going to change anything. I mean,
I don't think so. I mean, the only thing they're saying that, and I really don't think this is going to happen, but they said if for some reason they were to go with Tencent on the idea that you can't copyright the look, or you can't copyright the style, and that it should be shared in all games. If they supposedly were to go along with that, that would mean that everything, including modders, wouldn't be able to do all the stuff that they do right now, because everything would be subject to this. It would be too much of a broad law that could affect so many things that's dangerous.
Yeah, but to be fair though, the aesthetics of the game are completely the same, so I do think Sony has a case. I just wonder if even if they win in court, I mean, they're still going to release the game, I think. Isn't Tencent the Chinese company anyway, so...
Yeah, they weren't. They didn't say anything about whether they're going to release it or not, but now lately they've been talking about they're going to do it anyway. I don't know. I don't think. I think Sony's going to try to block that for sure. I don't know how much of the game is done. I'm assuming it's mostly done or all done. But Sony's definitely not going for that. They're hanging in there on the trade.
Yeah. Sorry.
The what?
I was going to say, do you think it's going to go down the same road as Pal World? You know, Sony will get like certain amounts, and then they can.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's all been put into the limelight, as I say, because of what's going on with Pal World and Nintendo. But you expect that from Nintendo. Yeah, they're basically going to sue if one finger looks like one of their characters or something like that. But Pal World's still been able to survive, so they've done it for a while. I don't know whether
Pal World, the devs of Pal World, they announced a new game, which is completely the same as one of those Pokemon Builder game they announced a few days back. So just to give the giant middle finger to the Nintendo company.
Pretty much.
I also heard Pal World is doing some kind of a crossover, I think, with some horror game or something.
They're actually fighting back legally. So, and to be fair, I do think Pal World is going to win this one anyway. So, which I don't think Tencent will because, for reasons.
I mean, there's some sameness in what Power World's doing with their critters as compared to Pokemon's, but not that close.
No,
I mean, come on, these people are doing different things. They're not doing
nowhere near to what Tencent is doing. Yes.
Exactly. Tencent just looks like they took the skin and just went, here, we're going to skin over Horizon and change it a little. And
new name.
Boom.
And
adding base building, even though that's kind of interesting, is not going to be something that's going to change the game enough to avoid the lawsuit. Yeah. I mean, what they could do if I was Sony, I would make, instead of them getting money out of Tencent, tell them that they have to give them the game.
And release it themselves.
Exactly. So then they just do a little tweak here, a little tweak there to make it look like everything's Horizon, and then go, look, a new game. Yeah. That would be hilarious. I would love to see something like that happen. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. We can talk a little bit about real-time strategy games. You guys like RTSs? Yeah. Or no?
I play them on a weekly basis, so...
I'm sorry, Hans, what did you say?
I play them on a weekly basis with a real-life friend, so we still play Age of Empires 4 and Age of Mythology Retold.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I definitely like them. There's a bunch of games that are going to be coming up across this year, and as well as next year, too. And some of these I've heard, some of these I've not heard. A lot of these don't have release dates just yet. There's a game coming up called Dying Breed. It's published by Microprose, which I've heard before. It's developed by a small indie team called Sarnair. It takes everyone back to the feeling of Command and Conquer, Tiberian Dawn, which would be kind of cool. So it takes you on a trip through post-apocalyptic world where you'll have to build your base and gather resources. They said they're extremely inspired by Red Alert and Commandos. So now this one apparently is going to come out October 7th, so that's not too long from now. You can see the release date announcement and trailer on YouTube now. So that might be something interesting. Another one coming up is called Sanctuary Shattered Sun. And it comes, let's see, this one's large-scale battles taking place across the surface of a star encompassing Dyson Sphere. Ooh, neat. So they're going to be on a Dyson Sphere. If you don't know what that is, it's like a giant planet Earth made out of metal. and everything's on the inside. Stuff the whole world. They said that the RTS. See here, you can issue orders to units still in production. Save templates of base layer. Ooh, that's nice. If you want to save a template of your base, you can do that and just bring the base back. So that's good instead of rebuilding it from scratch. You can have up to 10,000 units. Okay. How do you keep all them under control?
Yeah.
Wow. I think it's cool, but I don't know.
That's too much. Sorry.
Well, like I said, up to doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, not much on that one. I don't see it. Well, they said release 2025, but they don't have a date per se. Exact date, I should say. They have another game called Zero Space. It's a massive RTS where all the game modes, single player, co-op, PvE, PvP, all in the same MMO galaxy. So I'm like, that sounds pretty cool because I'd like to do the PvP, but you can still do single player if you wanted to. You may have heard of the game PlanetSide 2, so it's something similar-ish to that. They're talking about a demo coming out in late January, so there might be something we can play for free, which would be great. They said they want to create a living, breathing galaxy shared by thousands of real players. They said that they're going to be tracking it live, similar to Helldiver 2's Galactic War. Strongholds can be upgraded as more resources are extracted, and heroes can even reshape battlefields. Very complex from what I'm reading, so it might be something that you really got to maybe pay attention to the minutia. I'm not sure. The release is still 2025. Again, 2025 is coming to a close soon, so no actual date. So some of these things might get pushed into 2026. Another game coming is called Global Conflagration. Yeah, say that 10 times fast. They should have come up with a different name on that one. Another indie revival of the Command & Conquer type formula. They said that special attention on this game has been paid to streamlining and modernizing the gameplay loop while adding layers of customization. I like customization. They said they will do an early access at some point, I guess this year, to make sure it comes with all the things that are expected. The setting of the game's in Europe, thrown into chaos once again by the actions of an elusive pirate military company. Ooh.
Okay.
So that's kind of interesting. Let's see. They have another one coming up called Farthest Frontier. I can't believe so many RTSs are coming out. There used to be like none.
Yeah, we had to wait ages for some decent ones at least. Yeah.
And you still haven't named the one that I'm waiting for, so I'm waiting if it's in there. So.
Broken
All
Arrow.
right, hold on. Let me see. What's the name of it? I'll look.
Empire Eternal, which is a kind of a remake of Empire Earth, which in my opinion was one of the best games I've ever played in real-time strategy genre.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing that in the list.
Yeah, there's no release date yet, I think. So
Yeah.
let me just quickly check the Steam page of it.
It's probably going to be a while then, I guess. Or...
Uh,
Oh, wait,
sadly.
Empire Eternal? Is that what you said?
Empire Eternal, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. It's here. Sorry.
There we go. So.
It says here, like, if you're a big fan of Age of Empires and Empire Earth, that's cool. You'll be happy to learn Empire Eternal, an RTS which seems to be channeling the strengths of both those series while also promising extensive modding support. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
EPO Games, Microprose Software. Boy, another one. Microprose is like always pumping out something with these. Their name always pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they aren't ready. Yes, to be determined.
Yeah.
They're not locked into any
I'm
kind of thing.
really waiting for that game. I really want that one. So.
It says here that you can expect moment-to-moment gameplay in an RTS. I'm not sure what they mean.
Yeah, well, I think it is in Empire Earth because the game got so ridiculously big. I mean, if you played against another player, right, you could have like probably around 3,000 units scattered around the map. So I'm guessing that's what they mean by that. So you could fight at 3-4 different places at once. So.
Wow.
Which is annoying if you don't know the shortcuts.
Micromanaging. They said obvious inspirations and graphics that look adequately retro, but 3D ambitious.
Screenshots look good. If you look on the Steam page, you can wishlist the game. It actually looks very good.
Yeah, they only have a picture here of it, but it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go check that out. It's going to be a deep RTS title. It aims to deliver not just an homage, but also the logical evolution of the old school formula from AOE and etc. So, okay.
Let's hope.
This next game, I don't know why they named it this, but this is great. It's Dwarf.
Yeah, what is that name? Yeah.
I want that
like-
now just because of the name.
Yeah,
I was waiting to see whether they put a K there. It would have been dork. It would have been even better.
yeah.
So Dwarf.
That's
Yeah.
a
It's a
monster.
real-time strategic conflict. I'm like, okay. So Dwarf is another title that apparently people have been hearing about and waiting for. They said similar to Final Liberation, Crush, Kill, and Destroy. I don't even know if I heard of that one. This is another one that's not set a release window yet. So we're not, they do have a Steam page and etc. So that, I can't really get an idea what does Dwarf mean. I'm looking here to see whether there's some kind of a. It doesn't say here what Dwarf stands for because it's D.O.R.F. So obviously it stands for something, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, that's all they're really
Department
saying.
of Frolicking Robots.
Right.
Robotic frolicking. There we go.
Let's see what else we got. Null Space. This one I've heard of. I've heard of this a bunch of times, but I don't know. It's to be determined again, so they're not really sure. Story-driven RTS in a retro-futuristic universe where you'll construct stations, gather resources, and command fleets across star systems. Strong focus on realistic simulations and physics. Personally, I hope this game is good because I'm a big Homeworld fan, and the new Homeworld was not good.
Is it?
Like no, it wasn't very good. The previous ones, a lot of people complained about it, and the game kind of flopped out, which is a
Somebody
shame.
else was playing that on the Discord.
You
They
wait
said the
20
same.
years for a new Homeworld just to find out it flops anyway. So
That sucks. Yeah.
Anyway, it says here, let's see, there's a strong focus. As it stands, Null Space is being marketed as a strictly single-player title. Okay. And the Homeworld, there you go. And the Homeworld influences are more than apparent, but you won't hear us complain. So, yeah, it looks kind of cool. A couple other ones I'm not going to go into too much as we come towards the end of the show, but they do have one Game of Thrones, War for Westeros. That could be interesting. So George R. R. Martin's fantasy universe is coming to the RTS genre, and we think Age of Darkness developer and publisher PlaySlide is a good pick to handle this. So, I don't know. We'll see. The release window is 2026. We have a little time. He said the game is looking like Battle for Middle Earth, but Westeros is
Love those.
yeah. Westeros set, and that's one. I mean, if they can do something like that and make it like Battle for Middle Earth, but on the Game of Thrones, theme, I thought that could be quite good. So apparently, you can conquer in the Seven Kingdoms solo or in free-for-all multiplayer. Cool. And you can also command the Night King and the Army of the Dead if you want. So it's really going all in. So it's like, cool.
Can I make a very small confession?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones yet.
There's some people that have it.
I know all the lore by it, so to speak, but I have never seen it yet.
You should go back and see it. You would like it. I mean, the 8th season didn't really live up.
I was just gonna say the only thing keeping me back is that it's 8 seasons I need to watch. So,
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't think the 8th season was as bad as some people said. I'm not going to say it was as good as the previous seasons. It felt kind of rushed. It's kind of those things where you brought a show that really could have done it in 6 or 7, and you just wanted to eke it out for another season.
That's the thing stopping me though. I have to watch 8 seasons. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, it's worth it for the first 5 or 6 seasons alone, right there.
Maybe someday. I'll. That's the thing though. I have them right here. I just need to pop them in and watch them.
Yeah.
I'm even liking House of Dragons has been really good too. The
Someday,
new one.
I will watch it someday. The same with Harry Potter. I know those movies are popular. I haven't seen them yet. Someday I'll see
Well,
them.
I can join you on some of that. I
You
have
should
not
watch
seen
Star Wars.
Yeah, I haven't seen the
There
last
is no
two.
Star Wars anymore.
Well,
Star Wars
yeah,
is dead.
yeah.
That's dead now.
Star Wars died.
I have not seen the last
Even
two.
Mandalorian and the Grogu.
Oh, did you see
No.
the trailer on that
Yeah.
one? Mandalorian Grogu? I'm not sure what I made of the trailer. Some of it looked good, and some of it was a little confusing.
Really did look kind of.
Come on,
yeah.
guys. It's just a
Yeah.
glorified
CGI
4th
nonsense.
season episode, so whatever.
It is. It is.
Yeah, but they had the big AT-ATs, though. So you haven't
Calling
seen
it
those in a
now.
while.
This movie
Yeah.
will not make 400 million at the global box office. No way. Nope.
Got Pedro in it.
Back to games.
Pedro's voice is in it. That's all. If people think Pedro's under the armor, he is not.
Yeah,
It's
but I heard that about the seasons, that Pedro's not even going to be in the seasons.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Just his
In the
voice.
seasons, you only saw his face like a couple times here
yeah.
and there.
Gotta be
Now
honest
you
though,
don't-
when it comes to Star Wars, they were also planning a Rey movie.
Yeah, oh no,
for
no,
some
no,
reason,
thank you.
No.
Why?
I want to see this happen. Right?
Just to make it-
I want to see it go down in flames even more than it is now. So
Absolutely, yeah.
I keep
okay.
hearing so many rumors on new Star Wars movies. I have no idea where they're going with
there's
some of
about
those.
20 in development, I think. So
Yeah, and then you find out that lots of them just drop by the wayside, and so you never know what's going on.
yeah,
I think it's
whatever.
going to be a love story between Palpatine and her.
Can we talk about something less depressing than Star Wars though? So
Well, we can kind of wrap it up, but there's a lot of RTSs coming out.
Yeah.
According to this, they have real dates. There's also other games. Age of Darkness Final Stand coming in January. Or was it already? Let's see. State of Conflict,
State of Conflict's
Battlefield
out, yeah.
Commander World War II. Ooh, that might be interesting. Let's see what that's
Yeah.
about. Tempest Rising, Broken Arrow, The Scouring.
Broken Arrow's out.
That's a cool name, The Scouring.
Scary, yeah.
So
Scourge.
lots of RTS
Scary.
for fans of that, which I definitely am. But there's probably too many coming out, but that's okay. Well, better to have more good games than not
None at
have
all?
any.
Yeah.
Than Silent Hill. That's what you said.
Yeah. There you go, make an RTS over there. There you
Well,
go.
it's not fair.
How?
Yeah,
how would that even work? I mean,
yeah,
seriously.
you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
You'd have creatures running around. You just have armies of these creatures go after. Yeah, that wouldn't
Yeah,
work.
that, no.
yeah. Pick up strangers on the way to be part of your
I
team.
wouldn't become a game developer if I was you, though. So.
Yeah, so we got enough of those turning out.
Okay, let me
and
cross that one
stuff.
out then. I'll start another one instead then.
Yeah.
Well, what
I was going to use
what
the same
games?
exact models too. Damn.
Let me go back to Hans now. Have you finished to your satisfaction Silk Song or no?
I'm struggling with the final boss.
Still? Oh my god! Last week you said you think you played it 100 times or something.
That wasn't the
one?
final boss.
Oh,
Oh.
that wasn't the final boss.
It was 58, by the way, until getting the
58.
boss done.
Yeah. So
so
how many times on the final boss now?
I don't think I won. I didn't count. I don't want to know.
No,
I
it's
haven't
that
played.
high.
I haven't played now for 3 days. I think so. I needed a break, and I'm still too stubborn to use cheat. So,
Good.
but if
don't
this
blame
keeps
you.
happening, I'm gonna have to use a cheat. But I just don't want to admit defeat yet. So,
But good for you. You like the punishment. I get it. So should be
we're walking a thin line at the moment, but we'll see.
I always have the fun factor line. If I go below the fun factor line, that's it. I mean, I
It
don't
is
care
mostly fun if you see yourself progressing during a boss fight, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like me now, stuck on what I think is a second phase for like 50 or 60 tries, then the fun starts to go down a little bit. And I'm not a very good skilled gamer, so for me that's really hard to do. So someday, maybe.
Oh well. Well, with that, we're
Persevere.
gonna go ahead and wrap up the show. I didn't have time for the quiz. Sorry, people. I will get it out the next time around. Next week is going to be our 300th episode, so that's going to be a little special. And I have got about 5 special guests that left a couple little audio clips for me that I'll have to play in the show. Can't tell you guys what it is, but I think you'll be surprised.
Nice.
So that will be kind of fun. And whatever else comes about, or we'll just do our usual show. Thanks you guys for joining me. We'll see you next week, etc. And everybody out there that's listening, thanks for supporting the show. There's been a lot more interest going on in the show lately, which is good. And we'll keep it up, and because we love to do this kind of stuff. So take care, everybody. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Take care. Cheerio.
Bye.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.